Techniques on how to study Buddhism. After we study and have some knowledge about Buddhism, we then have to try to understand clearly the following components for the ultimate purpose, which is the hard core of the teachings. Firstly, what is the hard core of the Buddhist teachings? The answer is that the Lord Buddha taught teachable persons to know and understand the truth of life, our body. The truth of life the Lord Buddha had discovered and attained is the Four Noble Truths. They are holy truths because they are the truth of life, that all lives are suffering. We lack mindfulness and awareness, so we do not accept that truth. The Four Noble Truths include the noble truth of the path that leads to cessation of all suffering. This path is called the Noble Eightfold Path. This is the fourth noble truth. The Four Noble Truths are the teachings for people to know the suffering and the way to eliminate them. Thus, they are superb teachings. Everybody wishes only happiness. Not a single one wishes suffering. If anybody studies well the Four Noble Truths, he will be able to discover the path to real happiness. That is the path of nirvana, the extinction of all defilements and suffering. This path is called the Noble Eightfold Path. Those who are interested in the Dhamma and want to study and understand clearly Buddhism have to study thoroughly the Four Noble Truths. It is because there are the truths that the Lord Buddha has discovered, attained, and propagated until now. The essential substance of Buddhism is suffering and cessation of suffering. It is the major part to study in order to be fundamental knowledge for interested people to practice to develop mind to higher levels. We can conclude techniques on how to study Buddhism to gain knowledge and profound understanding in the Buddhist teachings quickly and more easily, which will lead to understand the correct way of practice in the future as follows. 1. Study and understand the Buddhist teachings both in theory and in practice in order to be fundamental, especially the study of suffering and cessation of suffering, which is the scripture we should know and understand most. 2. Study how to practice in Buddhism. Study what is the correct and best way to practice to develop mind. That way is the Noble Eightfold Path, which is the four foundations of mindfulness. 3. Study the results of the practice, which are Magga, the path leading to the cessation of suffering. Phala, consequence, and Nibbana, the extinction of all defilements and suffering. 4. Need to have right knowledge and understanding of how to perform good deeds in Buddhism and what to do to accomplish the supreme goal that is the cessation of suffering. In this regard, we need to know and understand clearly meticulously the teachings so that we can practice to fruit certainly the right result. The short teachings of the Lord Buddha, which are the principal teachings, comprise three sections as follows. A. Refrain from all unwholesome deeds. B. Perform wholesome deeds only. C. Purify one's own mind to be free from defilements. The principal teachings are the teachings for the practice to attain wholesomeness. If we study them and understand them best, there are other ways to perform wholesome deeds, such as three aspects of meritorious actions, namely 1. Benefactions, 2. Moral conduct, 3. Mental development. These three aspects cover all how to perform wholesome actions according to Buddhist teachings. All wholesome actions are performed in two ways. External actions, bodily actions, namely benefactions, and moral conduct, and internal action, mental action. which is mental development so that mind can be concentrated to develop wisdom, which is called insight, vipassana. The wholesome action that is most important and most meritorious in Buddhism is developing mind to eradicate completely defilements, cravings, and attachments which are unwholesome roots comprising greed, anger, and ignorance by concentrating mind to be one pointed and to develop wisdom, pana, to realize the truth of life. Mind can be developed by concentration meditation, samatha, and insight meditation, vipassana. Studying to develop mind by concentration meditation and insight meditation is the most important matter we should try to understand clearly. It is because they are the means to eradicate all defilements which are the causes of suffering. The essence of Buddhism is mind development by concentration meditation and insight meditation. Therefore, there must be techniques in studying and understanding meticulously how to practice develop mind by concentration, meditation, and insight meditation so that we can practice correctly. Of all wholesome deeds in Buddhism, the most advantageous one is mind development. To practice for mind development, we are to acquire religious knowledge, especially the one about mind. If we understand well basic characteristics of mind, we will be able to practice it correctly. In addition, we have to know and understand the means to practice mind, both concentration meditation, insight meditation. We should know which means fruits the right result.